Here's the punter, Thomas Morstead, to get away from Arrowhead. Tyreek Hill on the return. And nice work on the return as he'll pass the 30-yard line. The Princeton man, this is Spencer Ware. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Play action. It's Smith. Caught. Kelsey, left side. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be third down. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. Hard throw, incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
They're going to go for it. It's Smith. And this is incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And, partner, I'm not really sure what in the world they were thinking on 4th and long there at this stage of the game. But do you think social media may be firing up a little bit right now?
Oh, the coach is trending right now. All right, there's no doubt about it. People wonder what that decision was. But it takes me back to a number of years ago. A very successful coach in the league had told himself before a playoff game he was going to be aggressive. No matter what, he's going to be aggressive. And it ran his team into some real problems early, and they got upset in that playoff game. Let's see if this team can recover.
Well, that's aggressive in capital letters with glitter, 7 underscore. I mean, that's the definition of aggressive.
Yeah, you can almost hear the cheerleaders doing the be aggressive chant behind him, and he listened to it.
It's complete. Fleener, right side. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down.
Look like this. What a nice job improvising, finding other options, and completing the pass anyway.
So 3rd and 7 and an extra defensive back on the field here.
Definitely want to play coverage here.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete. So oftentimes you see defensive holding. Here it's offensive holding for the flag.
Defense.
Costly mistake for the offense. They now face 17 yards to go on 3rd down. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. A big play there on the catch and run. And it's going to yield a new set of downs. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that.
Watch me now.
How about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his. Every time I see a hitch pattern dropped, I go back to the combine because there's a drill that they use all the time that's called the gauntlet drill, where a receiver catches the ball and just works his way straight down the line and catches it from different sides. And the problem with that drill is that you don't actually have to secure the catch. You just got to catch it, drop it immediately, and keep moving. And sometimes that shows up on plays like this. When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
It's complete to Fleener.
Oh, yeah. Good touchdown.
Into the end zone.
Yeah.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Kobe Fleener from 6 yards away. And the Saints have taken the early lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly...
Hey, how you go to the mic adjustments? Like, turn it up.
Go down.
Huh?
Go down. Device.
Why I can't do it?
Yo. Hello.
See what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off.
Boy, you crazy.
This will be taken in at the 1. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Yeah, let's get it.
Caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I have confidence in you guys. Go pick it up.
Yeah, let's get it.
His own 6-yard line. Cameron Jordan in there to
Cameron
drop
Jordan,
him.
man.
And it'll be a loss of about 8.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool
Let's
anyone.
go.
I don't know
We
if
in
that was
this.
the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. Quarterback was hit.
They'll run now with Ware. And he's going to be taken down.
I'll take that.
shy of
I'll
10
take that.
Around the 9-yard line. Call it a 3-yard gain, but they'll be forced to do a 3rd and 15 coming up. Off of play action. Here's Smith. And that will be caught, but out of bounds. Out of bounds, ruled incomplete here. A 3rd down, he tried to stay in bounds, did all he could. He caught it, but was led a little bit too far.
And that's always difficult, isn't it? Because you know half of your body is trying to stay behind while the other half is reaching out, trying to catch the football. The top half worked. It was the bottom half that was in question.
Well, I feel it, boy. I feel it, boy. Let me get it, boy. All right. Complete now. I'll tell you that right now, man.
They are going for it. It's Smith. And this is caught. He hits Macklin. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. 22 yards on the pickup there. And on 4th and long, somehow they're able to keep the drive going. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely situation.
Get it.
But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
On 1st down, Smith. An attempt there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air,
yeah, I see it.
it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football. And you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down. Still in search of the 1st down after that last completion. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get into football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him.
Move them team.
Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit.
Boy.
But getting out of the open field into some space, that plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now a 1st down throw. It's Smith. Buying time to his left. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Sheldon Ray.
I'll take that. He made it back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it
let's go.
Play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete.
Oh, yeah. I feel it.
Down. Smith. Quick slant. That's caught by the veteran Macklin. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Saints will have the football back. You feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because right there he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
So the offense lining up 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Rameek Wilson coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. And it's never going to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
So here we go at 3rd down after the 2nd down pass completion. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. Letting one go deep, trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the free safety, Eric Berry. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, your first drive of the 1st quarter, you get it down there, trying to fire it in the end zone, and big-time deflation on that play.
No doubt about it. They're moving and grooving and getting into position, and this is not the ending that they saw on this drive, is it? They had things going their way.
The veteran Jeremy Macklin was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
You got to give some credit. They're able to hop up in the air and bat that one away. And that's frustrating for an offensive lineman because the only recourse is when he goes in the air to try and give him some type of a pop or a shove, hoping to bring his arms down.
In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. And they're going to go soft on the corners. 3rd and long, it's Smith. Eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. He was looking for James O'Shaughnessy as tight end. And that'll bring up a 4th down. Here's Dustin Colquitt now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Now it's Ginn. It's that time on the punt, and the Saints will have a short field in front of them. They take over here, 1st and 10. And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Trying to to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's complete. Flater, right side. They'll get 19 yards there. And the Saints are going to get a first down.
All right, I'm doing my rudimentary math here. That's his third catch here in the first quarter. I don't know if it's just game plan or he's just finding his way open.
And maybe a little of both. On first down, Breeze. Incomplete. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. And that'll bring up second
Go, boy,
down.
my soldiers on that.
Breeze will try again on second down. Steps away to his left. And his throw is
Well, it ain't
incomplete.
nothing for you.
And an extra DB here for the Chiefs on third down.
Pass situation.
To throw is into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Let's go,
Caught
boy.
by Derek
That's like
Johnson.
4,
And
nigga.
a
That's
big
like 4
turnover
interceptions
there
you don't
as
do.
his
Well,
guys
let's
will
go.
get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they throw
I
the
got 2 interceptions, man. This nigga want to talk trash now. I'm finna whoop that nigga ass.
Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And 3 and out on the last drive. No points on the scoreboard. A little soul-searching now.
I would say so. They need to help out their defense a little bit. They got to be on.
Oh, and he's not going
Let's
to
go,
make it
man. Let's
out of the
go.
end zone. The
Let's go,
push
man.
too strong, and that'll be a safety. And
Now,
the
that's that
defensive
fuckery right there,
penetration
boy.
there blew that play up and got him 2 points.
How about how they got off at the snap of the football, got upfield into the backfield, and created the big play? That's the key to everything.
After the safety, remember, they also need to give up the football, and here's the free kick. That's pulled in at the 32.
Now that's the kind of return you're looking for. To get to that spot on the field, that allows you to do a lot of things on offense.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks.
Ted Ginn's gonna go. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, 59 yards. And the Saints now add 6 to their lead. Good pass, clean catch, and a house call there on the fly route.
And not that much room to operate. So that tells you about his
That nigga,
acceleration.
that was
We always
wild.
talk about being able to go from 0 to 60 real fast. Took it.
Let's motherfucking go.
Less time than that to get to top speed and complete that play.
Now for the point after. And that will make this a 16-point lead. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. This will be taken in at the 1. Oh, he shifts past him. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Illegal block in the ball. Return team. Automatic first down.
And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And last time they surrendered the safety, we know they don't want to do that again.
That is just one of those oddities in scoring that we get. And it's just so strange to see that go up on the board. And then you got to make sure that that doesn't happen to your team again. They've got to take care of the ball.
The boy, it juices up the defense.
Oh, without a doubt. That's a great way to score some points.
Here's Smith now on second down. Caught. Kelsey, left side. And down he'll go at the 25. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin as the Chiefs in possession of the football as we begin the second quarter. And they've got it here with a first down. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. Package there won't do much for him. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Let's go!
And now the clock will stop as he's able to get up and spike it here.
Why did I just do that dumb shit?
They'll come out in the pistol. On the ground, this is Ware. And some room to work. A big
Move them
gain there
chains,
on
boy.
3rd
Move
and
them
long. 31 yards.
I know it's all smiles on the offensive side of the ball right now, but you and I both know the entire mindset was just pick up the first down. What do you call that? One of those gravy plays?
Gravy, absolutely. They got more than they bargained for.
Love the way it turned out for them. Couldn't imagine going into the play that they thought this would be the end result.
Yeah, the defense got to be shaking their head, though. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
To throw on 2nd down is Smith. On the move to his left. Underneath to Spiller. Spiller trying to get loose. He lost the football.
Out of bounds. Let's ride. I take that.
Wind up out of bounds.
I have to admit, partner, that I often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well. And there it was right in front of us. Today's NFL, these guys nowadays, they don't just eat up space. They try and get upfield and make plays in the backfield.
Again, they run it with Spiller. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. Smith now to throw. Steps away. Unable to connect on the long pass. It falls down incomplete.
Let's go.
So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. The play clock's running down. So offense moving a little too slow there, could not get set, and they get the penalty.
What? That big game.
Delay of game, offense.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. On 4th down, Smith. In a double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Jarris Bird. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown, and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Here's Breeze to throw. Trying to lay one up deep.
Let's
and
go,
nearly
boy.
picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's second down. So they just got the football on an interception. They almost gave it right back the same way.
And you know, when you look over to the bench after that type of a play, number one is pure relief. Didn't give it up. But it's not the coach you're worried about yelling at you. It's those guys on defense who just intercepted the pass who want to break over there. Hey, take care of the football, man.
Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Man, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one. And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that. Escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Justin Houston coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7. On second down, here's Breeze. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And that was incomplete, but I don't know how much of that falls on the quarterback. He was pressured.
Brandon, the rush showed up so fast, the quarterback had no chance to get the ball downfield.
So Breeze is going to stay out there, and they're going to go for this on 4th down. So here we go on 4th down with Breeze. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And the Chiefs will have the football back in excellent field position. And out come the Chiefs now. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going.
There he goes, left side. And he'll be out of bounds.
Oh, man, that's so good. I could have thrown
30 yards.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to. But they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, they created a big run. Back to throw, Smith. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City.
Easy point.
James O'Shaughnessy there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Sometimes those tight ends are a mismatch. They found. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And he's across for 2 points.
Big boy.
Well, a gutsy call right there, but the fake works. And they get the 2 instead of 1. So they like to pass there on the 2-point try. Sometimes can prove risky there. It worked out.
Yeah, and I love how you bring up that it can prove risky because if you get it intercepted and they return it, that's 2 points for the defense, but not on that play.
On the return, it's Ted Ginn Jr. And he'll
Look
take
this
it back
pussy
to
ass.
about the 19-yard line. We put our attention now on the Chiefs' defense. A great job last time. They got the 4th down stop. It led to points. See if they can make magic happen twice.
How about the defense, though? You got to go for it against us on your own side of the field. Rose up and stopped them. Went off the field and said, offense, take over. Put it in the end zone for us.
For the 3rd time here in this
Yes,
game, it's
sir.
intercepted. A great read.
Yeah,
It's picked
bro.
off.
That talking black.
That had disaster written all over. You've got a right-handed quarterback rolling left and throwing it pretty far downfield.
It's really difficult to do, to try and get your body twisted around into the proper
Well,
position.
I'm just
and get
playing around
anything
with your
off
little
the
punk
ball
ass,
as
but you
you
saw
heave
it.
it downfield. And that's what it actually turns into, a heave. And that's not really a good throw, is it?
Not good, and we saw the
DJ.
result. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line.
That was a good, strong run there. While it won't pick up a first down, it was definitely something needed by that offense. A positive run. They got a good push by their guys up front. Maybe something they can build on as this game continues.
Again on the ground, again it's Spiller. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and 2, Smith. And it's complete to Kelsey. And he gets this one all the way down.
Move those things once again.
It's a big play there for the Chiefs.
Well,
34 yards.
Coaches really don't care from what position they get this, but run after the catch ability, rack ability,
got nowhere to go,
is
boy.
often the difference between winning and losing and changing field position.
And the big tight end shifting around. Now Spiller. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Smith. That is caught inside the 5. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
Okay, when the big guy runs a corner route, you're asking a lot no matter who's covered him. Doesn't matter whether it's a linebacker or a defensive back. He usually has the advantage because of his body type.
They come out here in the eye. They'll give to Spiller. Into a mass of bodies, and I think they held him out. They did. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Jeremy Maclin there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are a 2-point conversion away from tying this thing up. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here.
Okay, they went for the fake off of the extra point attempt. It's a long way to go, and they didn't get there. Didn't get it completed successfully. Did someone dare them to do that? Did someone double dog dare them to do that?
I was going to ask you, maybe they saw something on film, but do you see something on film with those to try something from the 15 on a PAT? I don't know.
The only thing they needed to see on film there was a snap, a hold, and someone kicking the ball through the post.
Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Caught on the left side by Ginn. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. Now Breeze throwing on 2nd down. Flushed out right. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. And this last year, right around mid-season, it's kind of when Michael Thomas emerged as Drew Brees' favorite target.
That boy Drew Brees, that it been balling though.
He's 92 catches, over 1,100 yards.
And one of the things I remember most about learning about Michael Thomas last season when I did a Saints game was finding out how much winning meant to him. Multiple teammates talked about after a loss how upset he was, how much he put into practice getting ready for the next week, and how much he was looking at other guys and wondering, do you care as much as I do? And that's a really big deal for a rookie receiver, and he translated it into action the rest of the year.
Escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. The play fake to Ingram. Now under pressure.
Let's go, boy.
Again. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. They go play action for Ingram. Now Breeze. Then his pass is intercepted for the 4th, picked off. And they will
Why the nigga do it like that?
the 26-yard line. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Alex Smith and the offense heading out for their next possession. He's doing his job, but the bottom line, they're losing. They've got a deficit to make up here, and he knows it.
And quarterbacks who last in this league learn that lesson really early. You may have had a great stat line and felt pretty good about how you played, but if your team didn't win, it almost doesn't matter. And right now, he's adopted that attitude. How do I get better? How does my team get better? How do we find a way to win the game?
He's hoping to lead his team to a successful drive. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. His favorite target, Travis Kelce, the intended receiver. And it's third down. And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion. Again, we'll see the pistol here. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. A tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. They are going for it. It's Smith. And able to find Conley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
Don't toast him up.
And that's a big pickup on the first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at about the 43. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. So we have reached halftime here in a tight, and pump the brakes, Larry. Pump the brakes. We are ready for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. On 2nd down, here's Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball.
Now Breeze lost the football. And I think the Chiefs have it. They do.
Own that, boy.
They went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
This is Spiller, and he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it's Smith off the bootleg. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. And a good stiff arm there before he's brought down on a nice little gain. Give him 8 on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end, you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal. And the offense moving quickly to the line. Now they empty the backfield and motion the running back right. They'll try and get it in with Sherman, the fullback. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal.
A good solid game there on first down.
And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Spencer Ware punching it in from a yard away. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. And they're able to run it in. It started with the battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tougher for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how we're going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
So they're able to get the 6, but they cannot get in on the 2-point conversion.
Let me go ahead and show my age a little bit. I liked it when they would fake it from the 3-yard line, right? When they'd line up, go ahead, and there's a fake, and he's going to get 2. That's great. But from the 15, the risk-reward is just not there.
So risky to get 15 yards on a fake. Well, you see the result right there.
Yeah, I know these young whippersnappers are trying to do different things in this game, but let's go back to old reliable. Kick the ball through the post.
Get off my lawn.
That's darn right.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better on this drive.
Almost coming home.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Shotgun now for Breeze. And now here is another interception. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a KC touchdown. Well, we know this defense has athleticism. Spots like that prove us right.
I love the way that you spotlighted the athleticism, because you and I both know the best athletes on the field.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it.
Nope.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. They come up in an offset eye. Breeze now to throw. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete.
Oh, that.
Gain on that one, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
And my goodness, another interception.
Own that.
And it's picked off.
That boy quiet now. That boy quiet now. I want that nigga hit.
What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It give it and it take it away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Offense.
And following the penalty on the offense, it brings up 2nd and 9. Here's Spiller. And he is going to lose yardage. Here. And quickly, they get to the line. Throwing on third down, Smith. He's got the hook up with Conley. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to huddle here and go for it. This is fourth down. They snap it to Smith. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Backler. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on fourth down. And the Saints will have the football back.
Everyone gears up for third down, talks about the importance of it. But fourth down, that's truly the moment of truth play, isn't it?
Stop playing with these dudes.
Dialed up a little bit more. And, you know, it's such a momentum play, isn't it?
Absolutely, because it can flip either way depending on who converts on fourth down.
Rolling to his right. Toward the sideline. Look at that catch. Dragging the toes. And that's going to be a first down. Well done.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. And he's got it over the middle. Flainer. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kobe Flainer, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Saints have cut it back within a score.
I know Paul Revere talked about by land or by sea, right? You know, one by land, two by sea. He didn't mention air because right now we're seeing a big-time performance, aren't we? That's 2 touchdowns so far in this game.
Where'd you pull that one from?
And, you know, every now and then I actually listened in history class.
And you're just a scholar all the way around. You're reading all the time. I like that you fit that into the broadcast. Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And no, it falls incomplete.
Nothing.
So the 2-point conversion, no good. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. Short kick. One of the up middle take it down.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And they're going to speed things up here. Now a play fake, and it's Smith. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
Oh!
You can feel the anguish all the way up here. It certainly looked like he had that one in the end zone, open, unable to hold on to it.
Play action. It's Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down. On fourth down, Smith. And it is incomplete.
That's that bull,
Like he had it and dropped it. And the Saints will have the football back. CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot. But there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and then even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine. You know,
Look that boy.
Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that'll get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you've got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams, so your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction, and then you have the OTAs and minicamps. We get to see them on the field for the first time, and we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
Here's Breeze to throw. And he's going to drop
Oh,
this
no.
off to his fullback. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They're running. Ingram. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the 1st down. It'll be a 2-yard gain. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground.
Wow. I'll tell you, he got a good spot on that one. It's 4th and 2, and he might have gotten 2 and an inch. But that's all he needed, and that'll keep the drive moving.
Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. And now they're in the hurry-up. Breeze to throw on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to Breeze as he's taken down. Allen Bailey in there to record another sack. Their 6th of the afternoon. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And now they're going to go for it. This isn't 4th and inches. This is 4th and 14. Breeze to throw for it on 4th. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. That incompletion, Charles, gives me a chance to put you on the clock real quick. NFC teams last year that did not make the playoffs that might make a push this coming year.
Well, 3 that come to mind right away that we thought were going to be in 2016. Minnesota, remember the start they got off to before that didn't work out so well for them. Arizona, we thought they were a lock to be in the playoffs. In fact, many of us called them Super Bowl contenders. And Carolina, the defending NFC champs going into last season, they didn't make it. So I think that all 3 could return to Bowman glory. I'm going to give you one way off the pace here. You ready?
Let's go.
The Los Angeles Rams. Thinking the young quarterback going and that defense continues to live up to expectations, they can make a real strong push in the West.
They've got the D. You're right. They just need the O. On 1st down, Smith. Quick slant. That's caught by the veteran Macklin. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. To throw on 2nd down is Smith. Looking for the out route. It's complete to Macklin. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That was a nice completion on an out route, and those types of plays are the result of arm strength by the quarterback and timing by the receiver.
They come up in an offset eye. On 1st and 10, Smith dancing to his left. Go, and he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs.
Okay.
Chris Conley, 28 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. Got outside of the tackle box, and sometimes that can be a recipe for disaster, but here it was not.
It's frustrating for guys on defense, too, because he got out to the left and then still delivered on the move with accuracy.
Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And would you believe it? This is caught in the end zone. And the fake extra point works to extend their lead by 2. Now, after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out in the pistol. They go play action here on 1st down. Caught right side, it's Snead. Past the 20. Touchdown, New
That's that bull.
Orleans. Willie Snead, 75 yards. And the Saints are back within a score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Oh, and it's a fake. They'll try and throw for it. And it's caught. He got it in the end zone. So instead, we're back now in KC. For the fourth quarter, we'll begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And trotting back out there now, this Saints defense. And a touchdown given up the last time they were out there, so maybe need to refocus a little bit.
And make sure that they don't start finger-pointing with each other, because oftentimes when a touchdown's given up, you say, okay, where did that happen?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, Jarvis Bird. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And we continue to see another example here of offenses just going for it.
And this game has really turned into a receiver's dream and a defender's nightmare, because no one's being stopped throwing the ball downfield, and points are going on the board.
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. A gain of 3, second
I
down.
put that ass on me.
I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
He was looking for Mark Ingram there, and it's 3rd down.
Well, an incomplete pass certainly doesn't look like a good play. For the guy throwing it today, with as many interceptions he's thrown, he's got to feel a sigh of relief that the ball actually hit the ground and didn't go in the other direction.
Oh, design run for their wideout. And they'll go backwards here.
It
Losing
ain't
yardage
nothing.
to the 14. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Breeze got to have this one. And that is incomplete. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened.
And now off to the races down the right side. 20. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Chris Conley with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. All right, now a big 2-point conversion attempt still to come. Here's Smith looking to throw, and they don't get it. They tried for the 2-point conversion there, but unsuccessful. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite, but in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Now Breeze. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well. And maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Breeze. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense, if that fell harmlessly to the ground. Now Breeze on third down. And now here is another interception.
Let's go.
And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. The number 7 usually lucky here, not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him,
and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Stephon Anthony in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop him.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes through clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
And he is going to lose yardage here. Call that a loss of 5 yards on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. 3rd and long, it's Smith. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Jeremy Maclin, the intended receiver. And that brings up 4th down.
Let's give some credit to the defensive guys on that play. Able to bat that one away. Sure looked like they were trying to hit the corner route.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. Here's Ginn. Just a 25-yard punt. Not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think
that is taken down. A cheap sack. Derek Johnson in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Breeze going to throw. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. With that interception, he just set a record that nobody ever wants to set, and that's the most picks ever in an NFL game. 8.
The last time we saw 7, 2001, right?
Yeah, Ty Detmer.
He's with the Lions at that time. To get to 8, are we sure he knows what color jerseys his team's wearing in this one?
I don't know. It has not been good. The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. And the offense moving quickly to the line. On 2nd down, here's Smith. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer for this passing game.
Not at all. Look at the confidence that's exhibited here. With that type of a lead, clock on their side, instead of running it, they're still throwing it, trying to pick up 1st downs and keeping the football.
On 1st and 10, Smith. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Chris Conley, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And thanks to the interception, the Chiefs offense cashes in with 6.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it. So a sack on the 2-point try.
But they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. This fielded at the 2. And his guys are going to start their drive right at the 20-yard line. Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 20 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Saints. And quickly, they get to the line. To throw. And now here's another interception. A great read, and it's picked off. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. And they're going to speed things up here. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. Call it a gain of 5, and that's going to lead to a third down. Throwing on third down, Smith. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Smith. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try to finish it ourselves.
That one goes for 24 yards. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Kobe Fleener, the tight end, is intended target. And it's second down. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here.
Oh, yeah, I'll go out of bounds. You should be.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Kobe Fleener, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Saints get a bit closer. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Breeze is going to throw. Flush to his right. And out of pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get around the football, and the deficit stays right where it is. A very pivotal 2-point try that does not go their way. Now it's a big uphill battle for the rest of the fourth quarter.
The attempt was to try and make it a 1-score game, right? Touchdown, get 2, now you've tied it up. Instead, they don't get it, still down 10.
This fielded at the 2. The Saints defense ready to set up shop again here. And they were able to halt them last. Time on 4th down was a great stand. They'll be looking for another stand here.
To be able to stand up against someone trying to go for it on 4th down, because obviously they went for it because they thought that they could get it, that they thought they had the right play call. Didn't happen. They're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves going forward and flexing the rest of this game.
The offense will be trying to prevent that flex on this drive. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And now they're in the hurry-up. They go play action here on 1st down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Give them 16 on the pickup, and that leads to a New Orleans first down. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Breeze hands to Ingram. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Now Breeze throwing on second. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Justin Houston in there to get him his second sack now in the afternoon. On 3rd and long, it's Breeze. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Tamahali.
Well, you're trailing. It's the fourth quarter, and you've got to throw the football. But the defense knows this, too. So they're just going to sit back, bring in an extra defensive back or two, the old nickel or dime strategy, Brandon, and wait for you to put that bad boy up for grabs. And this one winds up being intercepted.
And now here comes Kansas City. And they'll begin this drive with C.J. Spiller. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
Charles, I know it's hard when live bullets are flying, but you cannot keep your hand up around the face mask area.
It is absolutely inexcusable nowadays. We talk about target areas all the time. You have to aim lower, set your hand.
Caught here by Conley. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. On 2nd down, here's Smith. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. Time for a break. We'll come back to wrap this one up after this. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
So, Brandon, when this offense gathers together to watch tape for this game, they're going to be feeling pretty good about themselves until the coaches get upset about the play we just saw. But you know their defense is going to be. But we put up big points all game long. The defense is going to win one every now and then.
3rd down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Smith now to throw. And that is incomplete. Chris Conley, the intended receiver. And it brings up 4th down.
I had a coach tell me a long time ago that running a screen pass is similar to acting 101 for your offense because you've got to show something different and create extra space for linemen to chase the quarterback in order to create extra room for the receiver to catch the football and maneuver upfield. In this case, they'll give a lot of credit to the defense. They communicated well. You can hear them talking to each other on the field, and they reacted and knocked it away.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Back to throw, Breeze. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Whenever they're trying to attack a zone defense, you're trying to figure out where your gaps are going to be. And depending on what type of zone they're playing, it could be on the outside, it could be in the middle, it could be in the seams, in the edges. In this case, they tried to attack the middle of the field, but this zone defense didn't allow it because they were able to see the ball come off the quarterback's hands, and everyone was able to react to the football and knock it away.
Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now Breeze. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Breeze got to have this one. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the free safety here at Perry. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
Smith going to throw it. And this one is incomplete. Oh, Jeremy Maclin unable to reel that one in. And now it's 2nd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. To throw is Smith, looking left side and completing it to Thomas. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll make it 3rd down. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Now it's Smith.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helped to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They snap it to Smith. He's got time in the pocket. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. And they're going to come up empty here on 4th down. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Are you serious?
Analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too. And that play was what every defense is wary of. The big strike attempted downfield, but they were in excellent position. They didn't get fooled. And while he didn't come up with the interception, was able to bat the ball down.
Breeze to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And barring something unforeseen, this will be the last play of the game.
Every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays. And they get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did. And they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And
I'm on your ass, nigga.